This video is really just an introduction to a playlist that I'm about to create showing myself using the EMF meter and all of the videos where I catch gang stalkers with the EMF broadcast turned on. And what's happening when they have this EMF broadcast turned on is they're doing a live stream, and it has something to do with the broadcast settings, whether they're broadcasting, connecting to you, and in their mind living virtually as you with the mind control headset on, or if they're broadcasting a EMF broadcast of you somewhere, for whatever reason, when they're doing a live stream, which is that's when they live stream video of your remote neural monitoring. Usually, always, it's an EMF broadcast, and that means that there is no camera. It's just a view from EMF, from either your view from your eyes, or a view from a broadcast of you or around you or whatever. When they broadcast a hologram, the EMF holograms, they can see the view from it. They can also connect to you and see your view. They wear EMF headset. They call it a mind control, but they wear this headset, and they sit under this other broadcast device that's more powerful, like a home edition. And I believe they use the two of them in conjunction, but um, it allows them to connect to a broadcast and live virtually as that broadcast. So in their mind, they really see from the broadcast, or they see from you, and it's just like um, they are the broadcast, or they are you when they're doing this, and it's a form of mind control. It's them being mind controlled, or it's them mind controlling a broadcast of themselves, and that's what they live stream. That's what they're addicted to. But that's how they make money. They live stream this type of stuff. So um, every day I catch them with the broadcast turned on, and you can see that I'll turn on my meter, and right now it's normal because they know that I'm making a video about this. So they're definitely not going to turn on. I don't know what that was, but they like to play little games like that. But basically, this is an iPhone 5S, and I don't use it for anything else. It's just my EMF meter, so that's it. And if I was to use my Galaxy, it's the same difference. Or if I was to use my LG, which I'm taking this video with, it's the same difference. They all work the same. They work very good. I like to use the iPhone because Apple makes the best stuff, period. And Samsung tries to mimic what they do, and make good stuff too. So they do make good stuff, but it doesn't matter. They all have this components in there that works very well. They're very stable. These apps, these EMF detector apps, they're very stable and they're very consistent. And if I turn on three different devices, you're going to see the same reading from all three of them. It's about 45 or so is the norm for everywhere, unless there's some sort of um, magnetic field interference, which in most cases there's not. If you wanted to put uh, the meter up to like a battery, or a power wire or something, you would get a reading, but you have to be very close to those things to get a reading, like within a couple of inches, literally inches. The only other place that I've really, or if you're under a huge metal duct in a basement or something like that, it might flutter it around a little bit. Or if you're on like a subway train, they have a lot of magnetic field type of things going on. Especially, I notice when it's slowing down, it like goes crazy. Because I've tried that, and you're not gonna get a accurate reading on a subway train because of all the magnetic field created by the way that they operate, and the mechanics of it. So otherwise, though, just walking around, you're not going to see any fluctuations more than, from the low 40s to the upper 40s. Mainly in the mid 40s is where the norm is everywhere that I've been, and every device that I've used. And you can see on my videos that um, I oftentimes catch them with a broadcast turned up to, 2, 3, 400. I've caught it up to 700 before. I believe I've got videos of that on one of my older playlists about the EMF meter. But lately I've been catching them a lot, and I figure if they're going to give me evidence of them turning on a broadcast, they use remote neural monitoring to access your settings. They're on the same neural monitoring, but they have yours and they have it remotely, so you're on it remotely, and they didn't ask you, so they have control of your settings, and they can broadcast things to you, and it has to do with the live stream when they have it turned up real high. It has to do. I mean, I'm sure that they could not do a live stream. When these gang stalkers that I'm dealing with, when they have it turned up, they're doing a live stream, and I can always tell when they're doing a live stream and they're on the broadcast equipment, because they start to act really retarded and dumb. So I'll turn on my meter and I can catch it usually up into the hundreds. And then while I'm doing the video, they always have to turn it off because I'm proving that they have a broadcast turned on. So then they turn it off and it jumps down to 45 every time I start a video. And that proves that they can see what you see and they know what you know. So this is all solid evidence. And some people will probably say, oh, it's just a phone app and it's not going to hold up. But maybe it wouldn't hold up in court. I don't know. And I probably will end up buying a professional scientific EMF detector meter or whatever. I would like to find out what would hold up in court. But I can tell you that I've used many different devices. I've used iPads, I've used iPhones, I've used Galaxies, I've used LGs, I've used all different sorts of phones and tablets or whatever, and they all work the same, and they all have a good accurate reading because it doesn't take much to get a EMF detector reading. The components inside are pretty basic, I think, to measure a magnetic field. So I like the iPhone because it does. They do put the best components in their stuff, and so does Galaxy, and it doesn't matter though because they do all work well and they all work the same, and it does read very consistent, and I believe that is solid evidence and good proof about remote neural monitoring and EMF broadcast because they do see what you see and they know what you're thinking and they know what you're doing, and they do turn broadcasts on, and it does have a lot to do with their live streams. So that's what this playlist is about, and I hope you guys will do the same thing and start compiling evidence and put it out there, and we can see what happens.